Hello everyone and welcome to morning coffee break. Hope everybody's all right this morning. It's Wednesday, November 22nd. Currently it's cooler today, 46 degrees. High's only going to be 47, so we're pretty much near a high already. No chance of rain. We got some rain, a good bit of rain yesterday. It didn't like come a super downpour, which is what I'd rather it be, like a slow rain. So the garden got a lot of good water, and everything else needed it too. But there's no chance of rain today or for the next several days, so that's going to be it for a while, I guess. Winds are at 7 miles per hour. They were calling for high winds yesterday. It never did happen. They had even mentioned something up to like 60 mile per hour winds, and that was our local radio, not radio, local, weather station, their weather, whatever. uh, but it never happened, so they really missed that. Um, Today there will be a Kroger haul. We went and we needed some things that we were out of, and we needed some things for Thanksgiving. So we just went there, and I'll tell you what, they were busy. I can't imagine what they'll be like today, because it was hard to find we got lucky and found a parking spot, but the parking lot was pretty much full, and there's people, everybody just pushing their way around like it was Christmas Eve or something. You know how people get. I mean, they're already kind of not very nice anyway, but you get a lot of dirty looks when you're just shopping. I mean, if you're in somebody's way, we try to get out of anybody's way, and of course there's some that they won't even look. If they're in your way, like their buggy's sitting right in the middle and they're standing there, and they could move their buggy over to let people by, and they don't. They won't even look. Some of them, they probably hear people talking and everything like that, but they're not going to move. Just everybody kind of needs to cooperate. Back in the day before pandemics, it's just people are just not friendly at all anymore, or courteous or polite or anything. There's exceptions. We do see and talk to some nice people from time to time, but it's a lot worse than it used to be, with just sticks in the mud, is what I like to call them. Yeah, it is pretty bad. Okay, today for dinner, I think since we're getting ready to have a bunch of stuff for Thanksgiving and everything, so I think we're just going to have something a little light. Sandwiches. I think I have some hoagie buns left. I think I'll make hoagies. I like that 12 grain bread, but these are real good too. We need to use these hoagie rolls from, they call them deli rolls, from Aldi. So I think I'll use those to make some hoagies, and we're going to have some fries, I think. Something easy with it. Okay, I've got a taste test. I'm sure you've seen the thumbnail, and it's International Delight Oreo Iced Coffee. And I got this at Walmart. I had an Ibotta rebate. I think this one, the Victor Allen's ones, the Snickers and Twix, and I still got the Twix to do one day. They were like so much off each one. But the International Delight, I believe you had to buy 2 cans to get whatever it was. I think it was $1 or something, or $1.50. I can't remember exactly, but you had to buy 2 to get the rebate. So I got this one, and I got a mocha one. That's the only 2 flavors they had. They obviously had another flavor, but it was gone. I don't know what it was. So let's look at the nutrition facts on this. And like I mentioned before, this is something we don't drink all the time. I like to try stuff though, and let y'all know what I think about it. It says breast served, chilled, shake gently, refrigerate after opening. Serving size, if you drink the whole can, which I'm not going to, but if you did, it was 220 calories. Total fat 6%, saturated fat 15%, no trans fat, 7% cholesterol, 18% sodium, 15% of carbs, 3% fiber, 58% sugars. I expected that. 5 grams of protein, 15% of calcium, 4% of iron, and 20% of potassium. So there's a few good things about it. So right off the bat, you know, mainly, you know, of course, the sugar. I'm going to give it a 3.75 out of 5 stars for nutrition facts. Now, I've already shaken it up a little bit. I didn't want it to like spew or whatever. So let's see. Okay. That is good. It tastes like the cookie part more than I can't really tell of any like the cream in the middle. To me, I can taste the cookie, and it does taste a lot like the cookie part of the Oreos. Oh yeah, that is just really good, everybody. Oh my goodness. It does. It tastes like you're having an Oreo, but more to me like just the cookie part than the cream in the middle taste. I guess, you know, you could say it tastes like an Oreo though. It isn't exactly like if you took a bite of an Oreo, you know, but like I said, I'm tasting the chocolate cookie mainly. It's really very good. It really is. I mean, there is like a cream taste a little bit to it, but the first thing it hits me is the cookie part, what they taste like. That's delicious. I'll definitely give that a 5 out of 5 for flavor. So 3.75 out of 5 for nutrition facts. Something I wouldn't drink every day, like I said. And 5 out of 5, it tastes great. Okay, all right. Let's go to jokes of the day. Well, I thought I already had it on here. What happened? Well, I did have it on it. So I don't know what in the world, how it got off of it like that. Okay, this joke is titled, "It's Not for Everyone." What is tact? Tact is for people who aren't witty enough to be sarcastic. It's easy for me to be sarcastic whenever I need to be. Let's see. And this one's called "The Men and the Fools." After enlisting in the 82nd Airborne Division, I eagerly asked my recruiter what I could expect from jump training. Well, he said it's 3 weeks long. What else? I asked. The first week they separate the men from the boys, he said. The second week they separate the men from the fools. And the third week? I asked. The third week the fools jump. I couldn't do it. I could not. I just don't think I could do it. I'm kind of scared of heights anyway, being way up, and I couldn't imagine, you know, the plane moving around and everything, and I could just see me looking out there at the ground like, no, nope, nope. Buckle me back in. I don't even want to look at it, you know. I wouldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Unless maybe if they pushed me out, I'd have to. But okay, fact of the day. Napoleon suffered from ailurophobia. French military leader Napoleon Bonaparte was known for many things during the French Revolution and also during his reign as the Emperor of France. One of those would be his fear of cats. Bonaparte suffered from ailurophobia, a phobia that is an extreme or irrational fear of cats. Wow. you know. That's kind of wild. Okay, I'm going to find us a trivia time now, everybody. Be right back. Okay. I wanted to, like I said, I'm trying to mix it up some. I may not do super great. I'm usually pretty good on history, but we'll see what happens. This one is, how old was Napoleon Bonaparte when he died? Let's see if it'll... Okay, it's 51, 60, 69, 72. Well, back then people didn't live as long. But I'm trying to think how old he might have been. 51, that's kind of a weird number, 51. And then 60, 69, 72. I don't know, I think he had something wrong with him too. I'm going to go with 51. I might get the first one wrong. Oh, that's it. On October 1815, Napoleon was exiled to the remote British-held island of St. Helena in the South Atlantic Ocean. He died there on May 5, 1821, at age 51, most likely from stomach cancer. I knew he had something wrong with him. So yeah, it says after his death that he had been plagued by stomach pain for years. Okay, next question. Which U.S. state was the first to require cars to carry license plates? Georgia, Arizona, New York, Louisiana. The first to carry license plates. Okay, my guess would be New York because there was probably a lot more cars there. Answer. And that's right. License plates, also known as vehicle registration plates, are required for every car in the United States these days. But when automobiles first started to appear on the road, there was no such thing. Although New York was the first state to require automobiles to have license plates in 1901, these plates were made by individual owners with the owner's initials rather than being issued by state agencies as they are in modern times. So you just made your own, huh? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense in a way. How many chambers does a human heart have? 2, 4, 6, 8. My goodness. I've never really even... I may have heard this at some point in time, but I'm not for sure about this. I don't think it would have 8 chambers. It doesn't look like... I mean, to me, just my guess would be 4. I might be wrong. Let's see now. Let's see if we... 4. And that's it. Okay, the heart consists of 4 chambers in which blood flows. Blood enters the right atrium and passes through the right ventricle. The right ventricle pumps the blood to the lungs where it becomes oxygenated. The oxygenated blood is brought back to the heart by the pulmonary veins which enter the left atrium. From the left atrium, blood flows into the left ventricle. The left ventricle pumps the blood to the aorta, which distribute the oxygenated blood to all parts of the body. Wow. Wow. Okay, next one. I've been lucky so far. Which member of the Rat Pack was buried with a bottle of Jack Daniels? Joey Bishop, Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr. Wow, I've never heard this before. I know Dean Martin was a big drinker, but I don't know if he would, be drinking Jack Daniels or not. I don't think Frank Sinatra would have. I'm thinking it's either, Joey Bishop was pretty wild. Uh, Golly, it could be any of them. So let's see if I get my first one wrong yet. I'm going to say Joey Bishop. No, it's Frank Sinatra. So I'm a little surprised by that one. Frank Sinatra was buried with a number of favorite possessions, including a roll of dimes with which to call his friends. Well, you couldn't do that now for times. A pack of his favorite Camel cigarettes. Oh my goodness. And of course, a bottle of Jack Daniels. His headstone at Desert Memorial Park Cemetery recalls the last song he sang in public and simply reads, "The best is yet to come." Okay, I got that one wrong, but they were all pretty wild. And you know, they say that Dean Martin, you know, he appeared drunk all the time. Pretty much. I mean, but they say that he really wasn't. That was his like persona or something like that. They say he didn't drink as much as people really thought he did. That's what I heard anyway. Okay, which is the largest landlocked country in the world? Ethiopia, Mali, Kazakhstan, Bolivia. Wow. I don't have any idea. I don't think Ethiopia is that huge. I'm not for sure about Mali. I think Kazakhstan might be it. I'm going with that. I might be messing up. Kazakhstan. That's right. I thought it had a lot of area. The largest country with no border access to the open ocean is Kazakhstan, which has an area of 1,052,100 miles and is bordered by Russia, China, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, and the landlocked Caspian Sea. Wow. Next question. How many amendments comprise the American Bill of Rights? Oh my goodness. 5, 10, 12, 15. How many amendments comprise the American Bill of Rights? I don't know, but for some reason the first number that popped in my head was 10. 10. And that's right. I'm lucky today. The Bill of Rights is the first 10 amendments to the Constitution. It spells out Americans' rights in relation to their government. It guarantees civil rights and liberties to the individual, like freedom of speech, press, and religion. It sets rules for due process of law and reserves all powers not delegated to the federal government, to the people, or the states. Okay, next question. I got 5 right, 1 wrong. What American founding father wanted to remove letters from the alphabet? Benjamin Franklin, Alexander Hamilton, Thomas Jefferson, George Washington. Okay. I don't think it would be George Washington. He wasn't, I mean, he was, of course, smart and everything, but I don't think he was into, like, inventing things and this and that. Thomas Jefferson could be, because he was into all kinds of stuff, you know, that he invented and different things like that. I'm not for sure about Alexander Hamilton. I don't know a whole lot about him. But my guess would be Benjamin Franklin. He had some really kind of out there ideas, I think, on some things. But I'm thinking it's either Thomas Jefferson or Benjamin Franklin. I'm going to say Benjamin. What's it not? There it goes. And that's right. Let's see what it says. Benjamin Franklin was many things: politician, scientist, inventor, printer, author. He was a visionary whose ideas helped shape America. Franklin's vision for America didn't stop with independence and iconography. He also proposed a redesigned alphabet, a new language for a new nation. Franklin's analysis resulted in removing 6 letters from the alphabet: C, J, Q, W, X, and Y, that were, in his view, redundant or confusing. The hard and soft sounds for a C example can easily be replaced by K and S. Okay. I told you he was kind of out there, this stuff. Which of these animals lacks a centralized brain? I don't know. Azolotl. 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 I don't know what that is. Chicken, shark, starfish. I don't know what that first one is. I'm pretty sure chicken has a brain and a shark, but a starfish, that's my guess. Unless that first one, I have no idea what that is, so I might be missing. Starfish. And that's right. Imagine a creature with such a radically different body plan than we. Bilateral humans can't really fathom how they have been so successful. Sea stars and other echinoderms move and feed like no other animals. The starfish has no brain, but a nerve ring in its center, like a relay station that coordinates the movement of its arms. The nervous system relays impulses from light, touch, and chemical sensors around its body. No brain. Okay, let's see. That's 7 right and 1 wrong. Next question. What was the name given to pirates licensed by the government? Barbarian, mercenary, swashbuckler, privateer. Licensed by the government. Licensed by the government. It wouldn't be barbarian. I know mercenaries, I don't think they're like pirates, though. I think they were like, for armed forces and stuff like that. They fought battles for the money. So I don't know if that would be called pirates. Swashbuckler, that just doesn't sound right. Well, they're licensed by the government, they're swashbucklers. That just, I'm going to say privateer. Privateer sounds more like it. Yes. It says, a privateer was a pirate with papers. As the name suggests, privateers were private individuals commissioned by governments to carry out quasi-military activities. Kind of like a mercenary, but this is, on the seas. They would sail in privately owned armed ships, robbing merchant vessels and pillaging settlements belonging to a rival country. The most famous of all privateers is probably English Admiral Francis Drake, who made a fortune plundering Spanish settlements in the Americas after being granted a privateering commission by Elizabeth I in 1572. Yeah, license to kill, I guess. 8 right, 1 wrong. Mark Twain was raised in which U.S. state? Washington, New Jersey, Virginia, Missouri. Boy, I might miss this one because I'm not for sure about it. The first thing that came into my mind was Virginia for some reason, but I think it could be Missouri, either or, Virginia or Missouri. But I'm going to try Virginia. Ooh, and that one's wrong. It is Missouri. Missouri. Samuel Langthorne Clemens, known by his pen name as Mark Twain, was an American writer, humorist, entrepreneur, publisher, and lecturer. He was praised as the greatest humorist the United States has produced, and William Faulkner called him the father of American literature. And he was raised in Hannibal, Missouri, which later provided the setting for Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. I kind of thought that, but I just wasn't sure. So today I went 8 and 2. How did y'all do? This was nice. I think it was a good one. Had a little bit of this and that on it. So everybody, that's it for Morning Coffee Break. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I hope you'll press that like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already, and share this out and hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Everybody, I hope you have a great day, and definitely check out my Kroger haul, last minute things before Thanksgiving today. Bye everyone, and God bless.